So this is how all these years head office in London since has been stitching me up. The limited companies, there's a lot more behind this, but I was trying to retrieve the criminal injuries compensation limited company number, Glasgow 2176218 Ministry of Justice limited company number 225 49824. You see the setups that, you know, this is they ignored everything, redated March, also a different one, which is 5-page document. There's a company house done in bradstreet.co.uk numbers, and it's a limited company. Their department is there, the head office is in London, they're demonic Freemasons, and all set me up. Notice to agent is notice to principal, notice to principal, I should say, notice to agent, notice to, okay, it's worded, and reference to the offer of payment. And just because I found out 2019 why I can't accept the payment now, but all this time to date, they got to this man who runs a certain website in 2019 to help me to do these documents. As far I know, they're using presumptions about my private life, and they've always been doing that with the NK Ultra and Mind Control. So 12/1/2022, yeah, I did my affidavit. That's what I was trying to find, a copy of my affidavit of rebuttal to these agents, and I did the correct to the corporation CEOs, the agent representatives, and I was looking, because I've been radiated, as you can see, I was just looking for added the tracking number of the conditional acceptance of offer and my affidavit of first-hand knowledge and rebuttal. For 2 weeks they just set me up again. They're just demonic, because it's really a spiritual battle when you're being on the radar for so long. Sent up a serial killer, didn't they, in 2002, and then all these years on, we're now 20. You don't keep a civil claim matter open for 6 years. The statute bar in England, and this has been going on for 22 years. Yeah, to stitch me up. And they're using housing, they're using all their demonic cabal members, which is demonic entities, in these souls of men and women in every walk of life. And there's nothing about, they wanted to force me out of my private dwelling ever since I moved here. There's no coincidences how I got run over, how all these setups throughout my whole life's been the way it is, and still is going on. So I proved all this, all the documents. I studied so many subjects all this time, and I proved they're all corporations. This is why they block my repairs. They have no intentions, never was, to live here, because a certain demonic Freemason, his demonic connections is right opposite me where I live right now still, and blocking everything. Now it's 8 o'clock. I've got to just keep time to fresh up and just keep trying, because of the neuromonitoring NK Ultra, the frequencies is ramped up. It's really is being extremely demonic, and then all this on top. You know, no matter what I do and what I try and affidavit is meant to be correct facts, and which I did, and it takes them 8 months to respond back to me. Hold on, I've got all these other dates of their public funded companies, and I was just looking for what other avenue. They're corporations, they're agents, but they're corporate, you know, maritime law, which is law of the sea. And all this demonic activity going on right round me. They go around the back of the car park and go into flat 7, and they sold themselves out. You know, everything I've done is been honour. Ministry of Justice is another, I've got another angle. It doesn't matter what I do because they're trying to stitch me up and take away my God-given rights. It doesn't matter what I do, what I have done. You know, the 4 rebuttals. 2000, I've dated everything. Serious fault and the failures of everything I've done in honour. You know, since 2005 up to 2011, nobody gets back to me. They reopen their system, CICA Limited Company, policies, agents, stitch me up. Reopen them after 2019. I'm the beneficiary of the birth certificate, their creation of the Crown Corporation birth certificate. And they're the trustees. I know all this information, but it doesn't matter on this physical plane. This is demonic. We know what's going on in the world now, a bigger picture. They tried to get me in this building known as a private care home, puppet funded, 2019 in May. When it didn't work by August 2019, that's when all this major setup began about my private life. And I can fully make my own decisions and comprehend the offers and the requirements, and without the full disclosure. So somebody tapped into Telegram app and blocking me to post. To, you know, it just, you know, no matter what you do, it's all targeted, isn't it? It's all extremely demonic. At the same time, when I try and do look at documents and what else I can do, it doesn't matter what you go on, unless people know about the target program, you think you're going to get support, or somebody might assist you on something. It's just like my phone, everything's hacked, computer's hacked. Yeah. Anyway, so I just in UK statute law, you know, these demonic Freemasons, right? They call it, you know, the in statute law. I'm just looking it up. The tribunal procedure, first tier social chamber entitlement, web policies, statute law, 2008. Right? They're trying to push for court protection. Again, they breach of their best practice policies ever since it's been pushed upon them, and they just they cover themselves up, don't they? It's demonic. and they deliberately know full well I can't cope with face-to-face anything, and it's on my medical records. They know full well, and deliberately decided to have they call it in their system a hearing back in March, knowing full well I can't cope with face-to-face on the phone. And they're trying to transfer all over to Birmingham area in England, assumption they have a jurisdiction over me, to push it for the court protection and imply I need to be out of my home where I'm meant to go with the lockdowns. Oh yes, that's right, forced injection, which is going to kill me off physically, and then to push the assumption of the wording, change the circumstances, affect me financially too. They have no lawful jurisdiction either. And then to make assumption about my private life. Yeah. When it went to London originally, I had no idea all these years, and a lot of years ago, that the former lawyers of Manchester knew full well of all this. They could have sent medical evidence May 2011 that I've been run over, and I'm not able to travel to London, and I didn't know what I know now, of course, all those years ago. So when I do inform public servants conditioning under duress by force and cohesion, to let their agents know, civil servants, that I have responded to such and such, but now they're criticising my style of writing, which is typed, and recorded post. So yeah, they're using assumption presumption about my private life, and they use it as adult notice safeguarding. I'm looking at all their own policies as well as what else I can do. And as all the hacking goes on, I lost a lot of documents. I found the original ones. I've been trying to think, well, okay, 8 o'clock gone at night, do I just try and get up to the local shop, get a few bits, or can I make do to another day? But every day goes by, they radiate me, and I'm physically worn out. And they just want me, they're just doing this deliberately. So, you see, it's all now being in need in England. There's a lot of people getting out information about certain subjects I can't mention here about. Data protection as well. I did a data protection about do not consent to sharing of my data, but it's bio data when you target individuals, isn't it? When you're being targeted unlawfully. Can't even do a fee schedule. The harassment, it's just pure harassment. Much more than that, actually, isn't it? So, even though you set out your terms and conditions, it's much more than that. You have to put clauses in your documents. There isn't a lawful binding contract, but they don't care. They'll override everything to get protection to do double, really demonic things. And you have to sort of like put I've done all this evidence. and find my previous documents I have done for a long time. Yeah, and it's in England, you know. All my medical notes, they put extra information on medical notes. All this 2019, I was seeking what medical evidence, what information on medical records, and everything. Just everything started, you know, it's all been breached. GMC council members, managing directors, there's a lot of people involved, the setups. Anyway, I'll keep this short. It's just another bloody nightmare.